And I've been very excited to talk to y'all. I've been missing y'all. It's Thread the Needle. My boy Marvin, Corey.
Uh,
You already know what we're here to do. Talk to y'all about the latest news and give y'all our thoughts on what's been going on. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, fellas. What's going? How y'all feeling?
I'm
Good.
chilling, man. What I'm saying? I got working about an hour, so just trying to get myself mentally prepared for that shit. But ain't nothing to a pimp. You know what I'm saying? How about y'all?
I'm doing pretty damn good, man. I can't even lie.
I'm doing
Doing better than I was last night.
We ain't gonna talk.
Better than I was
We ain't
last
gonna
night.
talk about that.
But before we give y'all the second half preview, I know y'all see the title, but I want to talk about Myers Leonard, man.
Yeah, I think
The
he just went out.
Oh my
oh,
god.
Wait, all right. I remember. Okay, you said something about Miles Leonard, but yeah, we can just talk about Miles Leonard real quick. Uh,
mm-hmm.
uh you know, I can't say that I was surprised, honestly. Coming from the fact that he was like the only Heat player on the team that stood up during the anthem uh,
Mm-hmm.
bubble, but it was really just the way that he said the slur. I mean, he kind of put an emphasis on it. I was listening to Shannon Sharp talk about it, and it was I really don't believe that he didn't know what that word mean because I mean I know I don't just say words that I don't know the meaning to. So I can't just believe that you said a word that you had no knowledge of before you said it. Then you added two other cuss words with it. So you know, I'm not surprised, but I'm just really disappointed that it just feels like it's kind of every week at this point where we got a athlete that's doing something stupid and they go run to their little notes app on their phone and post a paragraph that nobody cares to read because they apologize, but then they use excuses with your apology, so it's not sincere. So, those are my thoughts on it. I could go on all day about it, but I'll let y'all talk.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I mean, I don't really care, honestly, about it. But he's an athlete, so he's held to a higher standard. Obviously, he was playing Call of Duty. Everybody say anything on Call of Duty, but when you're an athlete, um, you just can't say those things. I think that's just probably just as deep as it goes. Um, yeah, honestly.
I mean, your name carries weight. Just like Corey said, I mean, you got a bigger responsibility. Uh, when you get paid millions to do kind of, and what gets me is like, you're in Miami, man, and Miami, like, it's filled with Cubans and all this. So, I mean, I don't get how you surrounded with Jimmy Butler and all this type of stuff, and like even able to do things like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all around just disappointing just to see like any type of racial slur being said from anybody. But I'm just what I like what I said, it's disappointing. You know what I'm saying? That's really all you can think about it, that it's disappointing. And you, especially with the Papa John's heat that's been going on lately,
Yeah,
you would think
like 2 days before that.
you like when nobody say something like you know what I'm saying, like you just it's frustrating to watch. I ain't gonna lie. You think that we eventually stop having these conversations, but like Gual said, it's every other week. But I just wanted to see where y'all was on that. Man, we ain't gonna give Myers Leonard too much time of the day.
No,
So let's go and hop into
the
this
Heat
second
don't
half.
even get that much. The Heat don't even get him too much time on the court anyway.
Yep. So let's go ahead and hop into this preview. Uh, Second half, man. What are y'all looking forward to the most in the second half? Before we even start, what are y'all looking forward to for what's
I'll
kid
start.
time?
I'll start on a personal note with the Celtics. Just more consistency, really. That's really all I want to see with the Celtics. Is just more consistency. Just overall in the league, though. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing the Nets, obviously with Blake Griffin, seeing how that's gonna mesh. Um, looking forward to seeing, what's gonna be that surprise team in the second half that's gonna kind of, just catch fire, um, and make a good playoff push. And what team is gonna fall out? What team that's in the playoff talks for either conference is gonna fall off? Because I mean, it's gonna be a team that's in the top eight right now that's not gonna be in the top eight in the season. So, uh, you know, oh, and rookies. I'm also looking to see what the rookies, because I mean, I kind of don't classify rookies in the second half of the season. First half of the season, you can get that excuse, but the second half, especially if you're on a playoff team, now it's time to show your worth. So just looking at those, really.
Um, I'm trying to see if we're still the Thunder, if we're gonna still win games. It's about tanking time, so we really want these top picks. We're gonna have to start losing, but I don't like seeing my dogs lose anyway. So I don't care which role we really take. Um, I'm interested to see if the Hawks are getting a new head coach by the end of the year. I got a notification not too long ago saying that Kenny Smith and I don't know who that nigga was, but they are head candidates for the Hawks coaching job. So that's gonna be pretty dope to see Kenny Smith. I'm kind of tired of hearing him talk, commentating. So it'd be nice, to get that nigga out of there. But another thing I'm looking forward to, I'm trying to see where Andre Drummond goes. Hopefully he goes to the Nets to just stack that team up. I'm also interested in seeing how the Nets are going to do with Blake Griffin. Was he just chilling at the Pistons, or was he really trash, or was he just waiting on a team to pick him up? So we're gonna see. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm interested in.
Man, if the Nets or Lakers add any more significant names to their team, it's really getting out of hand, bro. Like this stacking team stuff getting too out of hand. Like getting to the point, because last year was a problem with the Clippers and Lakers. Clippers didn't even make the championship. The Lakers literally washed the entire league, no problem for their title. Now fuck around, let the Nets or the Lakers fuck around flop again, because everybody assumed that matchup gonna be the matchup, since both teams are obviously the most stacked teams, and it's not even close. Then the other team just gonna wash. Ratings gonna drop again because ain't no point in watching the game. So like they need to quit while they're ahead. No cap, like they really do. But that puts too much pressure on your teams, especially for the times you don't make it. But the things I'm looking forward to the most, like outside of the personal note with the C's, I mean, we finally get to see what we look like with our best five on the fucking floor. My God, like got under 20 minutes of our best five, so finally get to see what that looks like. That's exciting. And in the NBA, I mean, I'm kind of curious to see what the Nuggets do. I know that's kind of weird, but the Nuggets kind of a team that we low-key ain't talk about this year. The Jokic been balling, having an MVP type year, but you don't really hear what the Nuggets been doing. Like, only time I didn't really seen the Nuggets even be talked about is that flop of the play they had at the end of the game against the Wizards. That's the only time I really seen them. I definitely haven't heard anything about Jamal Murray. And considering what Jamal Murray did in the bubble, you know what I'm saying? We kind of expected more than what we got. Kind of typical Jamal Murray, which is cool, but I just thought I'd get more than what I got this season.
No, I'm not gonna lie to Jamal Murray. Before the break, like a week or two before the break, he was hooping. Like he was hooping pretty much every game for like the past week before the break. So and then he was coming off of that. He had surgery after the playoffs, so he was coming off an injury. So I mean, I think he's starting to get his groove back now. Though.
I'm saying, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking forward to see if the Nuggets gonna be creating more noise, because like I just ain't been hearing a lot.
Yeah, like,
and then we obviously got. What's up?
I was saying, yeah, I agree. Like he was looking like he was Kyrie level in the bubble, shit, Dame level in the bubble, and for him to come back this season, I mean, I didn't realize he had surgery, so that definitely probably was an impact. But hopefully he wakes up. But Marvin, since you said he woke up kind of towards the end of the All-Star break, he should be coming back kind of hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching. Keeping my eye on 2-7.
Since we got the deadline coming up, we can go and talk about that, man. We got pretty big names, pretty significant names on the trade deadline, like on the trading block, quote unquote. Like of course, Ed Drummond, probably the biggest name because of the two teams that really want him. You got, Vucevic, but we know the Magic kind of stingy with Vooch.
LaMarcus
LA,
Aldridge got
LA,
bought out.
and I'm excited to see where LA goes. Me and Guap was talking about him, like, but we'll trade Tristan Thompson for LA in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very excited to see where LA goes because somebody who can stretch the floor and really like effective on offense. Like I would rather have LaMarcus Aldridge than Blake Griffin. I know Blake Griffin can provide more in terms of handles and probably above the rim, but LA more consistent shooter, give you a real solid post game steal. I would have rather took him if I was the Nets. Not like the Nets knew this was gonna happen, but I'm just saying, like, if I had the choice, I would have.
Yeah,
gave
I
Blake
agree
Griffin.
because with Blake Griffin, you got to kind of fit him into the system. We still kind of don't even know what he can do anymore as an effective, power forward. But with LaMarcus Aldridge, he's kind of clear cut. You kind of know what he's gonna do. He can just throw him in at anything. He's just gonna catch and shoot, catch and get a bucket.
And man, it's gonna be really exciting to see what goes on in the trade. And then, do y'all think like people like Victor Oladipo or Vooch gonna end up getting moved?
Was it the Rock? I think I saw a notification that said the Rockets were having like a fire sale or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, Victor Oladipo might be gone. John Wall might be gone if they can. I think they're just gonna build around Christian Wood and get some pieces for him.
Yeah,
definitely can see
Christian Wood and Jay Sean Tate.
Oh my God. Oh, the name. I'm sorry, y'all. But the other dude that was in contendance with the head coaching was Chauncey Billups.
Oh, Chauncey, yeah. But
two baldies.
Billups.
But
they
I
replaced the bald head with two bald heads. Which one's gonna be there?
Victor is probably the most likely to get traded between him and Vooch, though. I really can just see the Magic wanting, asking a little too much for Vooch, and then teams just kind of backing out. Because at the end of the day, he is 30, so I wouldn't trade the house for him. I'd trade a good bit for him, but I wouldn't trade the house. And I think that they would be wanting a nice package for him, so I can see them just keeping Vooch, but Victor Oladipo definitely it just seems like the Rockets are just gonna really just be sellers at the deadline. So
yeah, because he declined his extension.
Yeah,
so he's definitely gone.
And they turned down over 20 million. I'm like, it's kind of surprised. You want to bet on yourself. I understand if you want to bet on yourself. So I can't. Kentucky just lost to Mississippi State. So Kentucky will be missing the tourney.
Oh, hey man! Speaking of that, man, what y'all think about this Duke stuff though? Duke missing the ACC tournament, possibly missing the big tournament, March Madness.
And man, Kentucky and Duke, man, that's kind of wild. Like coming into the year, you definitely didn't expect that. They always have top 10 recruiting classes. I can't say top 5 because I don't know. Jalen Johnson kind of the only name I knew from Dukes. So I'm gonna say top 10. I know Kentucky had a top 5. They ranked that in every season. So it's surprising, but to be honest, all the one and done teams kind of struggling. Kansas got it together, but Kansas kind of got a few vets with Garrett and stuff. But like Kentucky, Duke, Carolina, like a lot of these teams with a bunch of freshmen, man, they just not putting it together. They should. Michigan State.
I feel like the one and done era is starting to die.
Yeah.
Because there's no more Tatums and all the Tatums and the Anthony Davises and the Brandon Ingrams. They're all going to lower schools. They're not going to Kentucky and Duke. So you got those picks like Cade Cunningham. He went to Oklahoma State. Like all these players are choosing different schools. They're trying to be different. So Kentucky and Duke, they're just gonna have to build up their team. It's gonna be crazy. Like this year, like you said, Jalen Johnson was the only player Duke had, and he ended up leaving because he didn't get no more PT. So they was kind of playing through their junior and Matthew Hurt. Kentucky's losing, led by Brandon Boston and the other kid. I forgot his name. I think he got hurt though, but still, they had a young team and they're losing, and we can't bring it around because these aren't one and done type players. These are some 3-year, 4-year players.
Yeah.
Oh man, they lost by 1.
Dang.
BJ Boston did not score a single point today. That's crazy. But
Not one point.
Not one point. That say he did not score a single point. It's actually kind of wild, man. BJ's stock really dropped. For him to be a top 10 guy, he didn't kind of fail out there. But
But I told you that.
You did say that BJ was a tad overrated. I'm slowly pulling up the box score, but yeah, let's go ahead and bring it back to the NBA. My first question about like what's gonna happen this year. Do y'all believe the Jazz and 76ers will be the 1 seeds going into the playoffs?
I can see the Jazz keeping the 1 seed over the 76ers. Honestly, I just feel like the Nets are gonna eventually overtake the 76ers for that 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I like what the Jazz got going on, man.
I agree with Marvin.
Yeah, I think the Jazz have a better chance of holding on to that 1 seed, surprisingly.
Yep. And the Jazz has the easiest schedule in terms of win percentage in the league. So I kind of agree. I do expect the Jazz to be able to hold on to it, just because of the schedule. I mean, they've been playing very impressive ball. You do wonder if the break gonna kind of cool them off because they're not star driven, you know.
Yeah.
So you do wonder if the role players will stay hot, especially like Jordan Clarkson. I feel like Jordan Clarkson gonna be the key for the Jazz the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I do believe the Jazz gonna be at home. I don't know about the Sixers though. I mean, I did predict the Sixers to be the number 1 seed, but Brooklyn is hot on their trails. And it's gonna be a very interesting thing in the East. I mean, Milwaukee they caught fire. Giannis and them finally starting to put it together. We starting to finally put it together. I don't think we're gonna close a 5-game gap, but
Nah.
C's starting to put it together. So I don't think the Sixers might be able to hold on. But it's gonna be an interesting battle in the East more than the West. I mean, first off, I was surprised to see Phoenix even the 2 seed.
Yeah.
I don't believe
hold on to that.
Yeah, Phoenix definitely won't finish as the 2 seed. They'll probably drop to. I can see them dropping to maybe the 5, 6. I just feel like they're gonna kind of cool off a little bit, but they'll still be a playoff team. I just highly doubt they'll stay the 2 seed. I don't believe that.
And with the Sixers, I don't know how long Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are going to be out, but they could definitely lose like a 2-game, 3-game lead to the Nets. You know, they drop those games without those 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, who do y'all believe gonna get the MVP? I mean, Embiid is currently the betting favorite. I believe LeBron's number 2. I think Jokic might be number 3. Who y'all think will end up bringing it home?
If Joel finishes the season with 40% from 3 and 50% from the field, you're going to have to give it to him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a big man doing that, and that is crazy. And he really just turned it on this year. Like, he's really balling.
He's taking a leap that everybody knew he could make. Like, it's kind of dope. Like the season where Kawhi hit the shot and he walked off the court crying, you know, everybody was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be a new Embiid next year." You know what I'm saying? And then he kind of came out on the same shit, and you seen the results. But I truly believe, like I was telling Marvin before of course, I feel a certain type of way, kind of like a Piston fan against the Bulls. I don't think they can beat us, but just like how Michael Jordan went out there and lost twice to the Bulls, and he said they got in the lab and came back better than ever. Like I feel like that's kind of them in the Celtics. He's been eliminated by the C's twice, so I feel like that second time he like, all right, hell no, because last year they was kind of the better. Without being seven, they weren't the better team, but you know they had a chance.
Yeah.
They had a chance, and I feel like they kind of motivate him to really get right. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Embiid gonna be able to keep this going throughout. Everybody know the question when Embiid is his health. So I do agree. I do believe if Embiid stays healthy, he'll be able to bring it home.
Yeah, I definitely got Embiid number 1. I'm kind of upset that Curry isn't in the top 3. I definitely feel like Stephen definitely deserves to be in the top 3, just because of his team. He has the Warriors at like the 9 seed, and so they're kind of like in that play-in. So I mean, I really think Steph definitely deserves some top three love. He's in my top three. But yeah, I definitely got Embiid number one right now. Though. I mean, Embiid's been shredding everybody. I mean, it is he finally put it all together. I mean, he knew like everyone knew the talent with Embiid. It really was just like another Hakeem out there, and it's like he's finally got himself in a better shape. It's the best shape I've ever seen him in. He's looking a little bit more durable. Hopefully that can last in the playoffs. So that's really, I mean. And B's got it locked up. If he just has to, keep performing the way he is. I mean, I don't see how you can argue anyone else over Embiid at this point.
Do y'all have a team that's either in the playoff picture that's gonna fall out, or out of the playoff picture that's gonna get in?
I have
Right now, I think the Warriors. Marvin said they're ninth.
Yeah, they
I still
currently the
think
10th seed. The
Tennessee.
Grizzlies. The Grizzlies just got their win last night.
yeah,
They currently the 10th seed. So you saying the Warriors will get in and
yeah,
move up?
yeah.
I'm still not on the Knicks train. I don't believe the Knicks. I don't believe the Knicks will still
Get
be
off
number
the
one.
Knickerbockers, bro.
I don't
Get
believe the
off.
Knicks will still get in, man. I mean, I'm just not sold on them yet. In the West, I mean, really the only team I can really see maybe falling out in the West would be the Spurs.
Hmm.
Because I can see the Grizzlies or the Warriors taking over that spot. Well, not necessarily that spot because the Spurs are the seventh seed, but like taking the Spurs out, I can see the Grizzlies or the Warriors doing that. But I mean, that was really about the only two teams I can really honestly say I can see falling out.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised to see what the Pelicans are doing right now. I kind of expected the Pelicans to be better than what they are, but I don't think they're gonna be able to make the jump. The team I think that's gonna make the jump is the Wiz. I mean, the Wiz was playing some real good basketball before
Facts.
the break. I think they're in the 12th seed right now. We
Yeah,
all know the East is kind of flip floppy, and if you go on a 6-game winning streak, you'd be right back in the thick of it. So I believe Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal.
yeah. Uh, the Wizards going on a 6 game winning streak. They'll be the five. Oh, you bet.
To get like the and be able to secure the bag. I don't think they're gonna be able to get the 8 seed, but I do believe they'll be able to climb enough to get into the play-in. I think right now they're 12th in the conference. So I'm gonna take the Wizards. I think Bradley Beal and Westbrook gonna do their thing.
Okay.
But the big one, you know what I'm saying? The final question I got: who you got in the finals? We know what it is. Who's your finals? I ain't gonna make you predict the champ, but who you think gonna win the finals or be in the
I
finals?
mean, I'm gonna stick with what I said when we did our season preview earlier. Uh, I say Nets and Clippers. I really think the Clippers can get over this hump. I really believe the Clippers will surprise everyone and beat the Lakers. I'm sticking with that. I just feel like the Lakers are. It's not that I believe that the Clippers have a better team than the Lakers. It's just I just feel like Kawhi is gonna be Kawhi, and then PG. I'm really hoping PG gonna make this jump so he can get over this little pandemic P, and I think the Clippers can do it, but I do not think that they will win. I actually still have the Nets as the winner. I mean, it's like you gotta win the championship, so I'm going with the team that has to win the championship. They had the most stacked team in the league, so I'm going with the most stacked team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lakers Nets. I can't trust PG. I've seen it too many times.
Respectable, respectable.
But yeah. But definitely if PG definitely breaks the hump though, then they could beat the Lakers. I think they could beat them not fairly easily, but it's gonna be it's gonna be a good win. But
They can beat them in seven.
yeah. But I
I,
got the Lakers. Huh?
oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying I got the Lakers and Nets, and like Marvin said, I'll probably pick the Nets.
I mean, I know y'all remember last year I was hot taking. Like even on South Alabama radio, I was spitting hot takes. And I was a year early on my prediction of Celtics Jazz. It's crazy. The Jazz is now topping the West. And
Let's not say
that ain't
that.
the prediction. That ain't the prediction. But I'm just saying, it's crazy how the Jazz are now what I thought they were gonna be last year. And I mean, the seeds they kind of flopping, so it'd be kind of a reach to say the seeds. But I mean, based off what I see in the East, I'm actually gonna say Milwaukee. Milwaukee is gonna be in there because I feel like there isn't a burden on them this year, and the one team standing in their way is small. You know what I'm saying? And you can build a wall, but if the wall is flimsy, he just gonna break through the wall. So I actually think Milwaukee will be duking it out with LBJ, and we're gonna get the Giannis LeBron thing. We always thought we were gonna get the last 2 seasons. So I think Milwaukee's gonna be able to do it, man. They done caught fire. They kind of figured something out. The way they finished that game, where they was moving the ball around the court, and Giannis got that dunk. If they able to do that late game and kind of keep the ball out of his hand, Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton able to hit timely shots, I do believe Milwaukee will be able to pull an upset on the Nets. And that's crazy saying they would be pulling upsets since they were the top record the last 2 seasons. So I feel like the sleeping giant in Milwaukee will finally be able to make the finals, and Giannis will be able to solidify his legacy in Milwaukee. Because I don't think him winning the championship would be what he needs, but I do think he needs to make it to the championship at some point.
Sheesh. I don't know, man. The Bucks.
Yeah, but that's kind of hot take. You right.
I mean, it ain't too much of a hot take. You know, it ain't too much of a
I
hot
mean,
take.
with the reasons he said, it kind of makes sense. I could see
Yeah.
that.
I definitely wouldn't put them over Philly or the Nets though. But I mean, they would be my
Yeah.
third team to make it out the East.
See, based on where they at right now, they will run into the Nets. See, I still got the belief that we're gonna knock out Philly. So, but I don't think we could beat the Bucks. So if we knocked out Philly and then the Bucks knocked out the Nets, I said break through the flimsy wall. Then hey, easy clap. They probably 6 gamers and they in the finals. And then LeBron, I mean, if AD comes back hooping, because it does depend on if AD comes back hooping. We do know the injuries. Now, before that, Jalen Rose said something about Kevin Durant and that hamstring, and he said they keep pushing back this date. They keep on pushing back the date. And he said if he don't play like first game after the All-Star game, this injury might be way more serious than people think, because they are constantly pushing this date back. And like I know we don't want to believe Kevin Durant dealing with something, but we do got to remember he's fresh off of injury. This is his first year fresh off of something.
Which is why I think that they're just more so keep being cautious with them. I don't really think there's anything deeper than the surface. I think it's really what you just said. He's fresh off an Achilles injury, and they're kind of just trying to manage him because they know. I mean, we're gonna make a deep playoffs run, probably gonna make a finals run. So I wouldn't rush KD back, man. Then you got KD, you got James Harden and Kyrie. So I mean, you really don't have to play KD.
And now Blake Griffin, so you can kind of build their little chemistry. Because KD don't need to build chemistry; he just go out there and be KD. So I kind of agree with Marvin. Maybe they're keeping cautious, playing it safe.
Yeah. One thing we did talk about with the trade deadline, man. How you feel about this Montreal Experience stuff? I think something going on, man. To be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know it was this Andre Drummond thing he might have been talking about. I thought he was talking about killing himself. Like based off the tweet, like, he's like, I quit everything, I'm done. I thought he was talking about killing himself. But then I seen everybody was talking about Andre Drummond stuff.
Yeah. I definitely think it was more Drummond.
Killing himself. Montreal's terrible.
Jarren froze.
Yeah, I'm back. I hear you.
Oh, now you back. Yeah, I mean, y'all got anything else?
Nope.
Jarren?
No, man, like I said, man, just if AD and KD healthy, man, that's really my biggest question marks. Outside of what we already talked about.
All right, hit him with the outro.
All right. Please go like, share, comment, subscribe. I want you to comment your biggest headline. You got what you looking forward to in the second half of the season, and tell us who you think gonna be in the finals this year. We kind of got intel on what's going down. Know y'all seen the new schedules, so peace out. Love y'all. please smash that like button.